on Women in Leadership Series 16. I welcome our chief guest Amishi Goenka ma'am. Today we are here to explore and celebrate the pivotal role that women play in leadership in various sectors, from breaking barriers to glass ceilings. Women have continuously proven their strength, vision, and capability. We are excited to spotlight a unique intersection of creativity, leadership, and adventure. We are thrilled to have with us Amishi ma'am, who embodies what it means to be a leader, not just in her field, but also in the way she navigates the world, literally and figuratively. Our guest for today is someone whose life is a rich blend of design, culture, and leadership. As a visionary interior designer, she transforms spaces by blending aesthetics with functionality, turning dreams into realities for her clients. Her work not only beautifies spaces but also tells stories of history, culture, and personal expression. Her talents extend beyond design. She is a passionate traveler, drawing inspiration from far corners of the globe. From bustling markets to serene temples, her travels feed her creativity. Creativity giving her a deep well of experiences to draw from in her work. Without further ado, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Ms. Amishi ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Hi, thank you for the warm welcome. Good morning, everybody. So nice to be back in college after almost 10 years. So nice to see everybody here. So that was a lovely introduction. She said so much. There's very little for me to say now. But I'm going to share some experiences that is going to probably help you with different fields that you want to take. I'm going to introduce myself a little bit in detail. I'm a passionate eco-tour operator. Today we're going to talk about around big cities, ABC, and how it has been possible over the last 6-7 years to make it what it is. So sharing about myself, I was born in Calcutta and I stayed there for 9 years in a joint family of more than 10-12 members. I know it sounds really big given today's day and time, but being the youngest member always has its perks in a joint family. Any of you here are from Calcutta? We're going to have the mic go around, so I'm going to have people talk to me as well. Okay? We're going to make it interactive. I'm going to talk to you as a friend and a mentor both. So feel free and please share. Any of you from Calcutta, do you have stories that you've heard of Calcutta you'd like to share? Your best experiences, the food? Talk up. No? Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about Calcutta. Calcutta is quite rich in its history, in its heritage monuments, and some might say that parts of the city are still stuck back in time. So you should try to visit there if you like Indian history. And me being from Modern High School in Calcutta, I moved to Bangalore in 2002 with my family. Now coming here, Bangalore really accepted me, welcomed me, and nurtured me throughout. My school, my college, my career, everything. So I studied here in Bishop Cotton and Baldwin's, just to give you a little background, and also Srishti College, which is today now Manipal University in Yelahanka. Now, coming from, say, a joint family to a nuclear family in Bangalore, it's very different for a youngster like a 10-year-old to adapt. But the land of Idli Dosa was a lot of fun. We have a lot of outskirts and neighborhood places to visit, Uti, Coorg, and many more. So I explored a lot of those with my family and also kept myself busy with sports like swimming, badminton, and mountaineering. So a little bit of sports. Now, how is Bangalore different from Calcutta? Because it's been a huge shift. Now, Calcutta, I was in a very sheltered environment, but coming to Bangalore, like, we became friends with people from all walks of life, from all different cities across India. And that was a very nice moment to make friends with people from everywhere. And that actually adds, because that is when you do socializing and networking. Today you're a friend with somebody in Bangalore, tomorrow that person moves out and you have another network in another city. So Bangalore is a very good place to be in when you want to start a business. Okay, I'm going to share a personal experience of one of the moments that I felt was a life-turning, life-changing, eye-opener moment. You would have also probably felt the same, like if you look back at it. When I went from school to college, like school is a very protected environment, and college you're exposed to the entire world. Now going to Srishti, even unlike some of you also, you might have projects that would ask you to go to different parts of the city. Now, how would you do that? Because we're on a budget, we're students, we can't do cabs and rides every day. So I well-versed myself with public transport, buses, bus timings, their routes, and I traveled across the city extensively. That's when I realized what Bangalore is, and it's not just my school, and it's not just the outskirts. Bangalore is very big, and it has a lot to offer in every field again. So, why don't you share your experience of how you felt when you went from like a school to college? This is common to everybody. So maybe we can hear from one or two people. I want you to talk, otherwise I will stop talking. Yes, we've got somebody there. Hi.
And I don't feel any difference for school and college because even here they're writing homeworks for today.
Alright.
Homeworks. Yeah, even impositions also. But I feel schooling is very protective.
Yes.
The teachers will take care of us, but here we have to do our own things.
You have to take care of yourself?
Yes.
A small step into that? Yeah?
Yes.
So does that make you feel a little more confident about what you do?
Yes.
That's great. So there is a shift between school to college. Thank you. Anybody else who would like to hear another story? Yes, we got one of us.
Personally, there was a very big transition for me, and as she said, in school it was very protected, and teachers, not only being our guide, used to be like, they taught us everything, they spoon-fed us everything. And after we joined college, and especially when your house is a bit more further than your school was, you get to explore many things. The rush buses, the chaotic roads, the horning and signals. It is so, maybe morning or evening, it is so chaotic and I love it. It is, you get to explore so many things and you get to see so many things. And yeah, your responsibility also increases when you come to college. And it's not only about assignments and homeworks, it's about how you present yourself, how you communicate with people, and how you improve yourself. But in school, it's more like me, my friends, my homework, my school. But when you come to college, it's like, oh, I need to go there at time. When you were in school, your parents used to drop you and there was nothing much to do. Just wake up, get ready, go to school. But here, you need to wake up, not only get ready, you need to like be not perfect, but you need to be up to the mark. So you strive to be up to the mark when you come to college.
You feel responsible for yourself?
Yes.
Are you setting the benchmark for yourself or are your parents setting that for you?
It's not my parents, it's the people around me and the college and the environment outside.
Correct. So you set your own goals and your own standards.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great. Thank you. So see, there are some lovely stories and you do evolve coming from school to college, further college to career. You will find another transition. So, having said so much about Bangalore, and not being from here, being from Calcutta, I've always had this urge to give back to the city, to give back to its people. Bangalore is a city of migrants like myself, so it has always been an innate feeling to make them feel at home how Bangalore made me feel. So that is how ABC started. Now, ABC around Bangalore city when it started, it was never supposed to be a company. It was a passion. You always grow in what you love doing. So it was a it was a blog, a travel blog. A lot of you go through travel blogs on Instagram. Back then, Facebook was very new. So I had my travel blog on Facebook. And it would all be my travel journeys, my treks, camping, and they would just be written articles, about 30-40 articles in a year, and there were about 1,000 followers. So that passion was recognized by somebody, and they saw the procedure that I took to conduct my tours, and for myself back then. And they actually told me, why don't you take people with you? And I'm like, why not? It's been a year. I've traveled to a lot of places, know a lot of stories and officials, because when you go into foresty areas, you need to have your backing of the forest guides, the forest department, and everything was set. So in 2017, that is when ABC around Bangalore City became a passion project where we started taking people with us for treks and hikes. Now, to start a company, like, what does it take to start a company? For one person, what does it take to start a company? Courage? Anybody else? Passion? Confidence? Investment of money and of time and your thoughts. Talent, skill, market research, investment, money, yes. Responsibility of work, yes. Experience, yes. Experience comes with time. When you start a company, you might have experience of doing a job in some other company that you bring to your own. So experience is important. Team leading qualities. Yes, team leading qualities. A company. Sorry? Dedication. Yes. So everybody knows what it takes to make a company. Now just put all of these together, because all of you have all these qualities in you. These are just different words to explain it. You have dedication, you have power, you have investment. You can, if you don't, you know how to get it. You're educated, and there is a passion, there is a willpower. Leadership comes with time when you work in an institution, in a job, when you work in different other, say, charitable, different forms of institutions, then you get leadership qualities, knowing how to deal with different types of people. So leadership and experience comes with time. It's not instant. Where you're saying, I'm going to start a company and I have all of this. That you'll develop with time. So I'm going to share one such experience and how one person can start a company with passion, with confidence, with experience, with unpredictable situations. You don't know, because when you start a company, there will be a lot of unpredictable situations, no matter how much you plan. Someday the government will change the rule, that could happen. So one such experience was in ABC. I just got up in the morning and I realized I wanted to do a trek, solo trek, not planned, not told anybody, not taking participants with me. It's a weekday morning. And I'm so unprepared that I didn't even have cash on me. UPI works, but this I'm talking about 2017 pre-COVID. Very few places had that facility. and I reach Shiv Gange. So I go to Shiv Gange, I pack my bag with my cell phone, my car keys, water bottle. And I start my trek. I just say Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, and I just do my trek. I'm not talking to anybody. 1.5 hours into the trek, there comes a steep climb where the granite rocks are very narrow. You have to hold on to the railing to climb up. And just then, there's a monkey attack. You all have been to Shiv Gange, I can see you smiling. So you're aware of the notorious monkey situation. So when there's a monkey attack, it just tugged onto my bag, pulled my bag, took it away across the railing, and just dispersed all my things. Now, at that moment, I had two choices. One, I could be scared, or one, I could be a little sad and upset, or I could actually do something to get my things back and continue my trek. So I took charge of the situation. There were a lot of public around who I don't know, but they've seen me go back and forth. And finally, I'm like, listen, you've got to help me out. Always ask help. There's nothing wrong in asking for help. I'm like, you've got to help me out to get my bag. And I don't know Kannada, but they were really nice to me, and I still try to pick it up every day. So one person distracted the monkey with his bag. Another person is going past the railing and collecting my items. Then the monkeys attack that person's bag. So the entire community comes together to help you out and get you out of the situation. Then that person got his belongings, I got my belongings. We all went to the top, reached the summit, did the darshan. Now on my way back down, say 4 hours into my trek, on my way back down, I'm exhausted. I have no energy and I'm not sure if I can make it back to the car. Just then, a group of people come, trekkers, and they offer me a popsicle. Now, I'm a little hesitant about having street food. I'm mostly, I go to a restaurant like a Darshini and I have their food. But here, when he offered me that popsicle, I had the biggest smile on my face. One, I had no money. Two, I'm low on energy. And three, there's somebody coming to my rescue. And I say thank you, and I have it. And believe me, he was God sent. Because had he not given me that, I may not have made it to my car. I was very low on sugar. I made it to my car, coming back to Bangalore and to reach Shiv Gange, there are a lot of tolls on the way. There again, one of the tolls, it wasn't working, malfunctioning. The other toll, there was an ambulance, so we just sped past. So these are some experiences that I gathered in that one trek, in that one outing from morning to afternoon. And these are the challenges that I faced. But was I disappointed? No. Was I hurt? No. Was I disheartened? No. It's like if you want to do something, everything comes together to help you out to do it. But you need to have the intention and the aim and the right positive attitude to do it. So such experiences, when you put yourself out there, it's because of this that I got confidence to take people with me. So this is where confidence comes from. When you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, unpredictable situations, you face those challenges on your own terms, how you want to do it. And that leads to your personal growth, your personal development, and you become a stronger person. Now, do you have a story to share where like a stranger, you've never known, that person has no expectations from you, but has helped you out? I'd like to hear these stories because this is what you should remember always and be grateful for it. Please.
In the month of August, I had went to a wedding for Maharashtra in Gulanda, that Manjeri Khat and Nalika. It was very famous, and there, I think, Kalu waterfall, which is the longest waterfall in Maharashtra. Even I like traveling, and I think 2024 is very it's a rainy season and it was a seasonal month, and I I think I was very happy when I saw that waterfall because it was very difficult to reach at that point. And no girls were found there, only boys were there because it was very difficult. It was a river, you had to cross rivers and mountains.
Do you feel accomplished?
Yes,
once you were
after
there?
6 hours of trekking, I felt very happy. I was very exhausted, but when I saw that waterfall and I reached as a alone girl, and me and my sister, we always travel. So when I went there, it was very, I can't express that how I felt. So there we had a guide with us. So that guy, I can tell that he was how you said that, godsend. Same way I can tell my guide was a godsend, like, because handling my sister, because I do trekking but my sister can't. So he was very hospitable to us when handling.
Very hospitable, and he
Yeah.
really helped you.
Yeah, he really helped us. It was not about the paid thing, like he took the money or something, but it was he was very empathetic towards us. Yeah, that I felt it was very hospitable. And even the last month, no, I think, yeah, this month, September, 1 week I had been to Kashmir. So that Zojila road, yeah, that pass, that was very amazing. That was very adventurous. I think most of us should visit that Leh Ladakh road. I don't know what is there in that roads of Leh Ladakh, but just mountains and nothing else. Rest of the rocks and mud. But I don't know what it makes very. I don't know that feeling. I can't express now.
It's a different energy.
Yeah, but when I go to some places there, I feel I really can't express now. Yeah, but traveling is non-expressible. I can tell you. Yeah, meeting new people and the road, the adventurous road, what I met and meeting new people, feel very hospitable. And I feel whenever I go to a new place, I know them from before. Why? Because I feel that Bangalore is like mini India.
Yes.
Yeah, meeting here so many people from outside and going to their place, I feel that I have met these people here.
So you connect with them very
Yeah,
easily.
yeah. And even they connect with me very easily. Even if it is a language barrier or anything, I think I hear some of the languages. Like you told that you're from Calcutta, and my tenant are from Calcutta, and they keep talking in Bengali. So that sounds very sweet, and what they make us sweets and savories, I like that. Yeah.
So travel is a little bit of a holistic growth because
Yes.
you meet culture, you meet different cultures, you talk to them, you accept them, you connect with them, and it's always on a positive note on building. You're always building.
Yeah, in Kannada they tell a proverb that you have. Sorry, I just want to recall it. 2 minutes. Yeah.
Anybody knows which proverb she's talking about?
That you read a book where it is yeah, that I can relate to my
What
life.
does that say?
That says that you travel the world and to know about it. Yes,
Okay.
thank you. Yeah, that my teachers had told me in my 10th standard. So whenever I travel, I always remember that the problem. So because it relates to my this one, that what I study here, what I used to study in my books, like history books, reading about the monuments, about the historic places, and going there to the historic places like the caves, Ellora, Ajanta, and this Karla caves, all
You
that
also
there.
write about it?
No, I don't write, I just post it on Insta.
So I would suggest when you guys travel to these places, it's good to document it, like in whatever form you want, Instagram or, but have a copy of it to yourself. Like don't just leave it out on the cloud.
Yeah.
And something that you can always fall back on, that if I saw this over here in Ajanta and Ellora, is there some resonance to maybe something I see in some other cave? So always try to connect that and make those parallels, because that will help you. As you said, you're meeting people in Bangalore, it's a mini India, and you're making those connections. Make these connections with places as well. So when you actually document it, it registers in your mind. Because when you're traveling, you're experiencing, it's a lot coming together. It's the environment, the people, the food, the hustle bustle, the place, the scenic, the sightseeing, everything coming together. And there's only so much you can register. But at night, when you sit down and resonate on it again, in your own way, if you want to write about it, write. If you want to draw about it, draw. Make a scrapbook with multiple photos. But something what you take back from it. So that is important from all your travels. Like your travel is not just, it is fun, definitely. But you're taking back from it. Culture is one thing you told. But with time, you will take back more things from it. Be open to it. Allow yourself to be open to it.
Yeah. And another thing I want to mention that they speak a lot about Kashmir in news channels, but I think it is not a fact. I think it is a myth, because when I visited Kashmir, I didn't feel any kind of unsafety there.
I think we will keep political topics for another discussion.
No, I'm telling my experience that after going and meeting people there, I felt that it was kind of different. Yes.
That's nice.
Thank you.
It's good you didn't face the things they faced. It's good you had a good experience. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, continuing a little bit more, I've completed over 100 treks across India, internationally, say London, Wales, Germany, few other countries. And I've traveled to many countries and places. What I really enjoyed, so I told you to document. Now what I really take back from these places is history, adventure, archaeology, mythology, festivals, nature, landscape. The landscape in Leh Ladakh is very different from the one we see in Ramnagara. So everything the place has to offer which I connect with, these are the things that I take back. Now, when I take these things back, she had a self of enthusiasm, amazement, eye-opening, and a self of contentment and accomplishment. This is what life is, what you need to embrace. And this is what we want to share with ABC, with everybody else, to give them such experiences. She got lucky to go with her sister, a guide. Some of you would go with your friends, some of you would travel alone, some of you would go with family, but always do it with a sense of wonder. Feel amazed when you go for it. I know YouTube, Instagram, everything gives you a lot of information beforehand. Somewhere it also kills that little excitement. So don't do complete homework. Do as much as you need to do to be prepared, but keep your inner child young and happy. How did ABC start? So ABC started with blogging, yes. I got an advice to get people to go with me, yes. Did I have a team back then? No. I went with my friends, I went with my mentors, I went with my family. My first team member was my mother. So my mother, she's 50 plus, she loves outdoor activities, she's very adventurous and loves nature. She came with me for my treks, and that was an advantage to me, because from college, like I had just completed college, I'm getting youngsters to come with me. Given her age and background, she's getting people her age and she's inspiring them to come for the treks. So she was my role model. I did my first trek with her. When she did the trek and I'm like, Mom, I'm really scared, I don't think I can do it. She's like, I'm 50 plus, if I'm doing it, so can you. And that just stays in my head till today. Like, if my mother can do it, I can do it. Now, she has been my role model. Along with her, a few other travelers, trekkers, other young enthusiasts have come across and helped ABC grow and make it what it is. So, do any of you, do you have these role models? Because this is very important. We spoke about confidence, we spoke about investment, encouragement, everything that one person needs for it to become a business. But you also need a mentor or a role model. Who is your mentor, role model? Tell us something about your mentor and role model. Why they inspire you? Yes, show me a show of hands. We've got somebody there.
My role model is my father because he does every work with
Please
responsibility.
stand. Sorry. Yeah.
He does every work with responsibility and his courage and do everything with responsibility and courage. He says, if you don't do today, you can't become anything tomorrow.
Do what you must today. Yes. With responsibility and courage. You need the strength to do it. Yes. So your father is your role model and he has set this example for you. So you're very lucky that you have somebody in-house to guide you and teach you what courage is, because you will really need that when maybe friends and family don't support, your own courage will help you. Somebody else. Thank you. Nobody else here has role models. It can be your teacher, it can be your aunt, your cousin, it can be, I don't know, some inspirational person from a business or a movie star. Anybody can be your inspiration. And mentor is personal, but inspiration can be anybody.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Myself Divya. My role model is Finance Minister Nirmala Sitaram. The reason because why she is role model is the way she talks in Parliament. When someone is against to the party, she has the courage to plead with them. And she also supports with many females. She also tells the females that women should be too strong and should also be independent. She's like motivated to me.
So you really listen to her
Yes,
talks,
yes,
her
ma'am.
speeches.
Yes.
So you know when she gets back to somebody in parliament, she is always backed by logic.
Yes, ma'am. She has that courage and that confidence. She
Yes.
can able to do.
Courage, confidence, it all comes from her studies. Her backing is so strong that she knows what she's talking, and if anybody crosses her, she's got 10 points to cross back.
Yes, ma'am.
So we need our backing to be strong. We need to know our knowledge before we talk anything in front of an audience. Yes. That's great. Thank you. Yes, we're going to continue, and you should all have some role model, somebody who inspires you. It can be one person, it can be 10 people. If you have 10 people, you're lucky, you get one more thing from everybody. So always look up to that person, let that person know they're respected, and let that person know that they're valued, whoever your role model or your mentor is. Now, ABC around big cities is dedicated to adventure and cultural enrichment. Now, some examples of adventure, we've been doing weekly treks. Again, I'm going to share a personal story. Now, these weekly treks have become very common from 2017 to 2020. And now we wanted to do something different, 2019, 2020. So, another part of adventure in trekking is camping. If you want to do overnight treks, if you want to do longer treks, you need to do camping. Now, I have never done camping in my life. With my parents, I've stayed in Swiss tents, but that is not what camping is. So, what is camping? And this is something I wanted to experience for myself in a way that my parents would allow, following the safety norms and always just being safe was their biggest concern, because you're a girl and you're going camping. So being safe in a public environment, outdoor environment, it can be people, it can be animals, it can be anything. Now, this was when I decided to organize a trek organize a camping event following their norms beside one of the lakes that we had explored in my recce event. So when we do treks, we do recce, so we come and that was the lake I wanted to do camping in. Now, in my first camping event, we had 12 participants, 6 tents. We had about, they went around collecting firewood. They made the bonfire. We had live barbecue for dinner. We did stargazing. We walked around the lake. Now, safety-wise, we took permissions from the localites. We took permissions from the panchayat, and it was as organized as it was still kept a little muted. Because now when you do camping in outdoor spaces in a local village, they don't like outsiders, and you have to be mindful of that. If they don't like you, why do they not like you? Because you're going to trash their area, you're going to dirty their area. Talk to them, understand. Just because they say no doesn't mean it's dismissed. You can always address the issue. So one was trashing the area, the other one was loud music. So they had these concerns, and we put it across to them. Whatever we bring, we will take back. There will be no trashing. If possible, we'll do a clean-up. Because it's around the lake, the public that comes, the neighborhood people, if possible, we'll do a clean-up. We did that. Then, about loud music, we didn't have loud music on speakers, we had live singing. So, a group got, their entire group got together. So, we have to work together as a community to make something happen. Now, camping was a super success. Everybody really enjoyed that. And since then, our camping events by the lake have been really good with the local communities involvement. You cannot do it alone. You're going to their space, their land. You've got to involve them. On a cultural note, we have organized a special Bangalore walking tour for a corporate of 15 members. It was called the Bangalore Cantonment City Walk. Now, why did I make it specially Bangalore Cantonment? Is because the visitors that we had from this MNC were all executives from around the globe. So we had Malaysians, we had Chinese, we had Britishers, we had people from all across the globe. Now, they may not connect to Indian history as it is, so British history of Bangalore is something they would relate to. Which is why we picked that topic to do the walking tour for them around Bangalore Cantonment. Now, in that walking tour, we covered the history, the monuments, the stories, local food. We made them do local shopping. They bought saris to take it back for their families. They bought toys to take it back to their kids. So this is a cultural exchange that we encourage people to do with everybody, not just as an event, even with each other. So cultural exchanges are very important. One such thing we also did with NGO, I don't know if you've heard of it, Ramana Maharshi. So we did an event program for them, for their employees and their employees' families, the members. And it was a team building activity. It was for 30-40 people at a resort. And it was of all age groups because there were kids, there were their parents, there were elder people. It was all age groups and everybody participated in those activities. These activities were games, they were adventure activities, what the property had to offer. And there were a lot of interactive sessions. It was like a pair game or a group game. It was always a mix of people. You were never with the same person. So we tried to break icebreakers, we try to break circles, we want people to talk to each other. That is what helps you grow. You don't cut out people from your life, you bring in more people into your life by being open to them and they're open to you. Well, I've spoken a lot about some of the activities that we've conducted. Have you ever done, she has shared her trekking stories, but other than her, anybody else has done maybe like a treasure hunt or maybe like a camping event that you would like to share your challenges and maybe we could address that? Show of hands, please. Nobody's gone camping here? One out of what, you got maybe 100 people here? You got 1 out of 100 people who's done camping? Anybody else? Hikes, treks? Shiv Gange is what you Do you want to share something about that?
Good morning, ma'am. Like as you told, even we my friends also went to Shiv Ganga and it was our first place going together. As you told, you met few people and they helped you. And the same incident also happened with us also. As we were we were already climbed 95% of the thing. We were just sitting and my bag was in front of my friend. A monkey came to take the purse. Just to shoo it away, she just told me, hey, she told it loudly. So the monkey also gave a nice mark in her shoulders. And as you told few people helped you, but none of us helped there. They were like just normally walking. We were just sitting there. While coming back, few people ourselves approached and asked for the help. Like, can you please help? Because lots of monkeys over there. So can you please help so that we can go down? So we met up people of like 5 to 6 boys. So they helped us. Literally, they were together with us until we come down. Even though we were coming back, they used to stop there. Let's see whether they're coming. That was the good thing. And we didn't wanted that trip to be bored because we were carrying a speaker. You know, what I felt good is strangers came and danced with us. That was the thing which I liked the most.
Created an environment.
Yeah. They didn't even hesitate. They were like, oh, music's come, we'll also dance. That was making friends, that too they were elders, they were married women. That was the best thing I felt over there.
So you troubled a monkey and a monkey troubled you back.
Yeah.
That is one thing you don't do. Because you're going into their territory. They're not in your territory. And yes, you got people to help you out to come back down the track. So that is a very good takeaway that you asked. Had you not asked, why would they help you? They don't know you need help. So you have to ask. And then you got together because of your music. That people started dancing and everybody came. That's great. Anybody else would like to share their experience of a trek? It doesn't have to be in Bangalore, it can be anywhere else. I can share a London story if you want me to share, but I want to hear from you people. Try to travel a little bit. That growth is also important to be a little more street smart and to meet outsiders. Now, no, it doesn't have to be a trek. Travel. So, for example, there's a very good nearby place, I'll tell you, Lepakshi, Gudibande Fort. You don't have to trek, you can just go to the place, be in the environment, hear the stories. It's just to be out there, put yourself out there. It doesn't have to be camping, it doesn't have to be trekking. It can be going to a temple, it can be going to a cave, it can be going to a fort. But go to I won't say unexplored, but go to an off-beaten path is what I'm going to say. Yeah, because normal touristy places, Taj Mahal, Paris, anybody can do. What is special about that? What are you learning and growing out of that? That we see on Instagram, right? So with ABC till now, we've served about 1,000 participants of all age group backgrounds. And we've done numerous corporate events, we've done city-wide events. Our vision is to offer unique experiences that that help you in self-discovery. Self-discovery is the word here. So that help you in self-discovery, cultural appreciation and exchange, and also with a mindfulness of your environment. We've done a lot of cleanup drives. I went to Himachal, Manali, and I just found a trash bag, and in that trash bag I kept putting all the plastic. So nobody told me to do it. It was an initiative. I didn't have participants with me. It was my initiative that I did for myself to clean the mountain. The government there, the public there, they could not do it so much. So be mindful of your environment. Because the more it's protected, the more you take care of it, the more you can go. If somebody else dirties it, you don't want to go there after that. So you clean it and you be there. Then also research about where you're going. A basic research about your plan. point A to point B, how are you traveling, what all are you carrying, is that enough, your fuel stops, your emergency contacts, it can be your parents, if they're not like the local, maybe the police or the local forest department or the local medical help. So local contacts of the place that you're going to, try to get those before you go. So when you reach, you already have a base. And once you go there, you have the experience as a personal insight. So this is what we do in our recce, what I have shared with you, and that's how we get our personal insight. Now our dynamic team comprises of, like, say, trekkers, tour organizers, people who do corporate experiences, resort outings, and logistics. So for each project, our team comes together, bringing their expertise to the table. We've also done collaborations with like-minded people and organizations. And as we started in 2017 as around Bangalore City, concentrating only in Bangalore, in 2024, yes please, I'm sorry. So in 2017, we started as around Bangalore City, and in 2024, it's come a long way to around big cities. We're doing activities in Calcutta, we've done a Pondicherry tour, we're entering into Andhra Pradesh, and we always operate with love and passion. That is, don't chase money, chase self goals, chase professional goals, chase success, don't chase money. And we love connecting with people. Thank you. Today was my talk on around big cities as a woman-led travel operator. There are a few other things that we do about, I'm an interior designer, and we also conduct kids workshop on arts and crafts. So being an entrepreneur, these are the three things that I do. But today's topic was women in a travel space. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your incredible journey and insights with us today. Your passion for design and travel and the way you weave them into your leadership has truly inspired us all. We are grateful for the wisdom and creativity you have shared with us, and for reminding us as to how important it is to lead with vision and open mind. My deep gratitude to college management, principal, women and leadership team, staff of MLAC, who have provided us an opportunity to enrich ourselves with the experience of learned leaders. To everyone who joined us today, thank you for being part of the event. Let's take these learnings forward in our own journeys and continue supporting one another as women to be successful leaders of tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Thank you all.
So before you move on, I hope the session was up to the feedback we always give, right? So out of 10, how much marks that you want to give for this session? Everybody? So for a speaker, out of 10, how much marks that you want to give? How much? 10. Then for the members who are present for this session, how much marks that you want to give for yourself? How much marks? So excellent. It means that you have learned something in this particular session and you are going to adopt in the future. Am I right? So we have to thank the MLAC institution and management, so where we have given the opportunity for the students as well as for the faculty. So thank you all once again. Anybody wants to give a feedback, individual feedback? Anyone feedback?
Excellent session, ma'am. Thank you.
There's another one.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Actually, it was very section, as you told, your role model is your mother. So when we have a role model in our house and in our family, so we feel very, empowered because we have a woman who supports us in everything. So everyone tells a woman is the enemy for another woman, but it is actually wrong because our mothers are, just being with us and supporting. And I also like the way you told about your trucking experience and the environment that to adopt that particular village or local communities, and it was really an amazing section. And especially who are interested in trucking and all those kind of campaigning can, take this section as an example where we can also move further and we can travel. So we can, just enjoy those sections.
Feel free to join me if you've not had this experience, because I go for these treks myself for all events. So you can look up around big cities on Instagram that has my events and my number. So if you want to have this experience, do come for the treks. If you want to become a trek leader someday, I will encourage you to become a trek leader. There are many small parts that come together to make everything happen. So expose yourself to that, and I will help you do that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So hope we got a very good feedback. The objective is that student-centric Women in Leadership series. So at the same time, this travel sector, the students can become where we say an entrepreneur in the future with the help of madam, and followed by that you might get an employment opportunity in this sector also, or where you want to enjoy the trekking, that can also be done. So hope all this 3 objective which is being kept in mind, it will be fulfilled. Hope everybody will say yes for this. Yes or no? Tell me honestly. Okay, then I think our session with a very good note, I think there will be an objective will be fulfilled. Thank you. Thank you, students. And once again, thank you, madam, for the presence. And there's an art which is being done from MLAT students. Yes. Thank you.